Welcome back to Data Shark Academy. One issue with Hive import is that it loads the data in text format, which takes up more space and is slow to read. As of Sqoop 1.4.6, default output format is text, and Sqoop can't write directly into ORC format. But we can overcome this limitation by using HCatalog directives as we have shown here. So we have 4 HCatalog directives supported in Sqoop. HCatalog database, this is the database name like we had Hive database name. HCatalog table, which is same as the Hive table name. Create HCatalog table, this is just indicating that we need to create the table in HCatalog. And HCatalog storage stanza, and this is where we will define that this will be stored as ORC file. If you're not familiar with HCatalog, it's a small database which stores the metadata about the Hive table and the data, kind of a metadata storage. Okay, so everything that you define in Hive is stored in HCatalog. So let's import a table now using these directives, and we'll see that the output files will not be text this time, it will be an ORC file. So let's open the Sqoop session, okay, and we can run the Sqoop command. All right, and our source table will be employees, HCatalog, database, this will be Sqoop imports, HCatalog table will be employees, Hive, we say it's ORC. All right, and next is create HCatalog table, and the last one we need is HCatalog storage stanza. So when you create a Hive table, you have an option to specify the file format, and the way it is done is using the same kind of syntax where you say stored as ORC or RC or text file, and basically it is similar to that. So if you're familiar with Hive commands, this will be quite familiar to you as well. So let's run this. So now you see different kind of inputs. Okay, so you see all the HCatalog inputs are here, and it is showing you all the columns that it is reading from the source table and creating them into HCatalog, and it is also doing type checking. The value on the source side for a column has to be compatible with the data type on the Hive side, so it is doing all those kind of checks here. Now it is running the Sqoop job. So map reduce is triggered now. Alright, so let's see, it imported 1000 records. Let's see if the data is created on the Hive side. Alright, so going back to our Hive session, and in order to reach here you just have to type Hive on your terminal, enter, and then to use Sqoop imports to switch to your database. And once in there you can say show tables. It will show you 2 tables now, and we can do select star from employees ORC limit 10. So data is there. Okay, good. Now how do we know this is an ORC file? Well, in order to find that out, we need to do disk formatted and the table name. This will give you the location of this file where it is stored, and also tell you the type of the data file. As you can see here, the Serde library is ORC Serde, and input data format is ORC input format, and output format is ORC output format. So this is how we can verify that this is saved as ORC file. If you do same for normal table that we created before, let's see the difference. So here you see that the input format was text input format, and output format is also text output format. So this was saved as a text file, and you can also verify this on the Hadoop side. So the way to do that is copy this and do Hadoop fs-ls, enter. So here you see 4 files created because there were 4 mappers, and if you try to print some records from any one of these files, it will not show you any results because this is a binary file. So let me do -10. Okay, so as you see, this is a binary file, so that's why it's not showing any results. But if you run the same thing for the file we created before, then you will be able to see the data inside it. So let's take this. So here this is a file stored in text format. Let's open any one of these files and do Hadoop fs-cat head -10. Okay, now here you can see the data, right? And this is because it's a text file. Okay, so what we learned in this lesson is that we can directly import the data from a relational table and save it into an optimized way using ORC format. And this is very useful, and I highly recommend you to use this in real production kind scenarios, and especially when your data size is very big, because ORC is a columnar data storage. It is optimized for reading the data, and also it saves a lot of space on the disk, and you can see it here as well. So each of your file is about 11 KB, but this is like when stored in ORC, this is like 50% less, so you have 50% savings in disk space without using compression. Now if you use the compression on top of it, you can even reduce the space more than what it is using now. Okay, so try this out on your end, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.